Hey friends, how are you tonight? My name is James Nussbaumer, and I am the author of this book, The Master of Everything, a story of mankind in the world of illusion that we call life. On sale everywhere books are sold, published by Ozark Mountain Publish Company. I call it a spiritual and inspirational manifesto to a better life. The Master of Everything. On sale now. Please pick up a copy. The momentum is really going strong, and I would like you to really be a part of the momentum. But I'm talking tonight about forgiving your own guilt. You may say, well, guilt, what are we talking about, guilt? Well, don't we all have a little bit of guilt? Well, let me back up just a little bit. I seem to be getting a little ahead of myself. There was an anonymous 13th century author who wrote that an innocent mind is probably the rarest thing in the world. Think about that. Don't all human beings, don't we all feel guilty in some sort? Guilt really limits us. There was a time I remember, how guilt we all feel guilty in some sort. There was a time that my friend Mike Hofacker and I played in a best ball, a two-man team partnership in golf. And, he missed a putt on the 18th hole, like a 6-foot putt that he should have had, he felt that he should have had, and which would have won the match for us. But, in walking off the green, he says, Jim, I'm so mad at myself. And then later on, he wouldn't let it go. And later on that day, we went out to dinner, and he was saying, hey, I feel so guilty about missing that putt. And of course, it took a couple days, and the guilt went away. But don't we feel guilty? The least bit of guilt. That's the nature of us humans, right? Well, and it limits us. It does. It's a limitation that we need to get over and just kind of nip it in the bud when it hits us. A Course in Miracles states, guilt makes you blind. For while you see one spot of guilt within you, you will not see the light. Yet for the time being, guilt and fear remain with this world as separate illusions. When I say for the time being, what do I really mean? It's because time is all that we see. It's really all that we know is time. All of our physical perceptions are based on time. But when we progressively subdue time, the realm where our thinking side identifies with a body and its boundaries, who and what we think we are, we can learn from that. And we can learn that this is the unreal or the unnatural self that we made of ourselves. We made that guilt. Mike didn't have to portray that guilt right away, when he missed that putt. But he did, and it's not Mike, it's human nature. But human nature is not of eternity. This is all that Jesus wanted us to understand when he said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That's all it was. He wanted us to drop the guilt. That was one of his many messages that he wanted to give us, is to, while he was here on this earth, the dream of life, the dream of illusion, whatever you want to call it. But he was here in the dream, if you want to call it a dream. And he was here to give us lessons, like many of the other masters. But Jesus, the most popular of them all, said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. He was talking about the guilt. We don't know our real self. And to forgive, we just, to forgive ourselves will just allow us to surrender or to let go of that guilt. So what we did make of ourselves can be undone. And all that will remain is the light of our reality, where there is no guilt. Hey everyone, a little bit about me if you don't know me by now. And I first of all, I want to thank my wonderful readers of my books, articles, and blogs. And I get so much satisfaction and inner peace by writing as a student and a teacher based on the principles contained within A Course in Miracles, which I'm just so fond of. My goal is that you may benefit from my material and live the abundant life, the really true abundant and wealthy life that you truly deserve. If you want to know more about me, click on the link in the description box of this YouTube video. It will take you to my jamesnussbaumer.com site, my Real Abundance page, and from there you can tool around to the other pages too and see what you think. And there may be some things that might point you in a direction that you are maybe leaning towards or think you're leaning towards, or maybe not. It doesn't matter, but without guilt. Go ahead and take a look and see what you think. But I want to end this meeting by saying, I wish the best for you. Drop the guilt the best we can. I'm trying to do it myself. So, but you know, let's kind of look at it this way. The guilt is the dark clouds in our mind. The blue skies, the light that shines through, is where we want to be. Sure, we're always going to have a little bit of cloud cover. It's always going to be hanging over somewhere, but maybe we can live our lives with mostly light and just a little bit of clouds. Thank you, and I wish the best for you.